No, he went through me.
No, I know. And he's admitted, which for Brennan, that's positively forthright.
Then what's his angle?
I don't know. I'm certainly going to find out, though.
But I want you to work with me.
The answer is still no.
Well, for now. Sooner or later, I'll have something you want.
Nicholas was a match before.
There'll be a match again.
You will be there for Rocco, and I'll be there for you, okay?
You have no idea how much I miss you.
You should have never came for me. An escape is impossible.
My old man used to tell me, there's always a way out.
Nicholas is going to be a positive match, and he'll end up saving his sister Lulu. When Lulu wakes up, I believe she and Dante will reunite as a family. Although Dante has moved on, he still loves Lulu. If I were Sam, I'd be worried because her time with Dante might be coming to an end. I'd love to see Brennan and Carly together. They'd make a great pair. I don't think Brennan is going to take Sonny down. I believe he's playing Jagger and plans to take him down instead. That's why he wants Jason to work with him, just my opinion. Are the writers rewriting history? I don't recall Brooklyn being in town back in the day with Lulu or wanting to date Dante. Dante wasn't even in town when Lulu was a teen. Plus, Tracy only grew close to Lulu after she married Luke several years ago. I also don't remember Lulu being pregnant with Dylan Quartermain's baby or that storyline where the baby was killed. Did I miss those years, or are the writers changing the history and timelines? Maybe Sam will go find Lucky. She was great on those adventures with Jason back in the day. We could use an adventure where everyone comes home safely. Azava says to Lucky, "You never should have come for me," who is proofreading the script for grammatical errors, especially from a character who's supposed to be a doctor. And this isn't the first time I've noticed poor grammar on GH. Embracing Luke today. My old man used to say there's always a way out. I wasn't expecting Lucky to pull the trigger on his friend, but it's definitely something Luke would have done back in the day with Scene or Robert. We need him to escape and see if he's a match for Lulu. Here's hoping Lucky is a match so it doesn't come down to Cyrus. Today, all conversations seem to lead back to Lulu and memories of Luke. Everyone thinking about Lulu shares one thing in common. They love her, miss her, and know she's a fighter. My favorite today had to be Tracy. Her emotional side always sneaks up on you, surprising you when you least expect it. I'd forgotten, but now I remember Tracy and Lulu's relationship and how close they were. Of course, this also brings back memories of Luke for Tracy. Tracy's moment with Lulu today was touching. No child of Luke Spencer's ever gives up. You have your father's heart, his courage, his impossible stubbornness. So true. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching. So let's dive into today's video. Anna is just upset because she wants to use Jason. She doesn't care about him. She's just focused on outmaneuvering Brennan. I hope Jason stays closer to Brennan instead of Anna because he can't trust her, especially when it comes to Valentin and Charlotte. I'm not sure I'd call that a motive, but I'll let it slide because this episode avoids the tired dead baby plot and the usual Sonny is always the hero routine. It actually advances the Lucky and Lulu storylines and features characters like Tracy, Brennan, and Lois acting calmly and professionally. Portia could take notes, but that's more on the writers and producers than on her. Watching Jonathan play Lucky now feels strange. I remember him being soft-spoken and kind back in the day, which was due to the writers and directors. Now, I see Greg's influence. Tough when needed, but still different. I'll keep watching Jonathan and give him a chance, though. I just hope Lucky's storyline doesn't drag on too long before he's found and comes to Lulu's rescue. I also hope we get a full explanation of how he ended up in his current predicament. The last we heard, he was in Ireland, but when was the last time the boys heard from him? When Brooklyn was telling Chase about Lulu, I was frustrated. They talked as if Tracy wasn't standing right there within earshot, and then they wondered why she walked away like that. I remember Dylan and Lulu being together and when she had the abortion, but I don't remember Brooklyn trying to take Dante from Lulu, as Tracy implied. And if Tracy was so close to Lulu, Why did it take her 4 years to finally visit? I hate that Laura and everyone else have been keeping Lulu alive as a vegetable for years and now want to prolong it further with a liver transplant. And now Lucky's back with his stringy, greasy hair. Just looking at him makes me feel like I need a shower. I wouldn't miss Sam if she's fired. If they do kill Sam off, what will that mean for Danny? Will Jason have to step up and be a hands-on dad? Will Drew stop chasing women and become a full-time dad to Scout? This could actually be an interesting storyline. I wouldn't blame Kelly for leaving if she feels her role has stagnated. Honestly, I wish Caleb would come back and take Livy away. They need to come up with a better storyline than bribing Jason to work with people. It's a terrible plot. If GH keeps recycling these same old held captive storylines, it's going to get cancelled. Enough already. So Lulu needs a new liver, and like Chase, I initially thought her body was just deteriorating after being in a coma for 4 years. Sam is being so supportive of Dante right now, but I have a feeling that might change when Lulu wakes up. Speaking of Lulu, I always thought her bond with Tracy was mostly through Luke. I wonder what else Brooklyn was going to tell Chase about her past before Yuri interrupted them. If Sam is leaving, I think there's a chance she might donate her liver to Lulu. Lulu could live, and Sam might die. That would probably lead Dan back to Lulu. GH can be pretty predictable like that. Is anyone else frustrated with all the commercials? It's getting almost unwatchable. I timed them -4 minutes of commercials every time. Seriously, how long is an episode of GH really? On the bright side, I'm happy to see Lucky back, especially with the doctor he's saving. But I don't care for Anna anymore. She's become such a traitor. So does everyone hate Lucky now? He's a legacy character, and let's not forget that he's portrayed by an accomplished actor who started as a child and turned Lucky into a household name. The disrespect for our soap legends needs to stop. Plus, I'd love to see him get some screen time with Elizabeth and his kids. Personally, I'm excited for his return. I hope they give him the big reunions he deserves, like with Dante and others. Remember when Jason came back and didn't even see Spinelli for like a week, and when they finally did, it felt lackluster. I hope they don't make that mistake with Lucky. I think Jonathan Jackson is fantastic, and I'm thrilled to have Lucky back. Sure, it's a bit surprising that our famously soft-spoken character is now a special ops mercenary, but that's our show for you. Let's not forget that Lucky was a cop, and at one point, he was hired by some agency, I can't remember which, to go undercover in Ireland to catch an arms dealer, or something like that. So this new direction for his character doesn't seem far-fetched to me. Watching his first scene back, I thought, he's definitely inherited his dad's taste for adrenaline. I'm all in for them playing up the Luke side of Lucky. People might hate Lucky because he's done some pretty terrible things to Liz, like having affairs with Maxie and another woman in the past, getting involved with drugs, and then abandoning her to take care of the kids on her own. He promised to be there as a father, but he wasn't. I think some fans still haven't forgiven him for that. But just because we didn't see all of Lucky's growth and training on screen doesn't mean it didn't happen. He's been off screen for over a decade. That's plenty of time to learn new things. Now that Lucky's back, I can't help but wonder how Aiden will react when he sees his father. How will the rest of Lucky's friends and family react to him being back in town after all these years? Lucky's basically Luke 2.0, right? But let's be real, Lucky was never really like Luke. He was always more like Laura, with a softer and more grounded personality. And with the current writing team, I'm not holding my breath that his storyline will amount to much. Let's talk about characters who might need to exit the show. This one's bound to stir up some conversation. We don't like to see characters killed off, but sometimes it feels like it's just time. I've got 2 characters in mind. First up, I hate to say it, but I think it's time for Robert Scorpio to go. He was a major player back in the day, but now he's mostly seen as an occasional fling with Diane, a supportive ear for Anna, and a boss to Molly. He's no longer serving much purpose on the show. It might be better to give Port Charles's very own 007 a proper send-off before they just ship him off to Australia with Holly again. The second one is even tougher for me to say, especially considering the off-screen situation. Monica Quartermain. She's effectively been written off already, and the on-screen excuses for her absence are starting to make less sense. It could lead to some powerful scenes with Tracy and Lucy. Plus, Leslie could return as a spirit whenever she's up for it. What do you think? Are there any other characters you believe it's time to send off to soap heaven? I also think the reason they're humanizing Tracy might be to position her as the matriarch of the Quartermains, paving the way for Monica's complete write-off. At this point, Robert's character seems to be more of a detriment than a positive force on the show. I'm also tired of the endless mob storylines and the constant Sonny's off his meds drama. Maybe if Sonny were written out, the writers could finally give Jason, aka Mr. Roboto, something to do other than be Sonny's lackey. It's been over 30 years of that dynamic. Perhaps with Sonny gone, Jason could get a storyline and personality beyond just being Sonny's guard dog. The whole character A is kidnapped, which is why they became a deadbeat parent or left without contact storyline has indeed become a bit tired. Since 2017, we've seen it with Jason, Dante, Drew, Holly, and now potentially Lucky again. It's like the show keeps going back to the same well. Wouldn't it be refreshing if a character just owned up to their actions? For instance, Lucky left to find himself fine. But instead of trying to redeem him with some kidnapping excuse, why not have him return and face the consequences head-on? Let him deal with the fallout from Aiden, Laura, and Elizabeth. They should call him out for being a deadbeat, and Lucky should have to reckon with that. No more "I was kidnapped" or "I was protecting you" explanations, just the raw truth of his choices. As for his current situation, I'm cautiously optimistic that they won't go down the same old path with Lucky. It does seem like he's involved in a new situation, maybe even trying to rescue someone else rather than being the victim himself. That would at least offer a fresh spin on things. That said, I get that some fans are okay with the grand kidnapping, brainwashing, or spy on assignment stories as a way to explain a character's absence. It's a classic soap opera trope, after all, and it does require a certain suspension of disbelief. But for those of us who've seen it play out one too many times, it would be nice to see something different for a change. What do you think? Would you prefer more straightforward storylines, or do you enjoy the drama of these over-the-top explanations? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you,